Hey guys, this is Brian Jones from Valhalla Academy in Frankfort, Kentucky. This is part of our defensive tactics series. Today we're going to work on the shield versus punches. So the shield is a system of blocking, which basically means I'm going to create a fence around my head. The head is the most common target in a street fight situation. I've seen a lot of street fights, I've been in a few myself, and nobody has ever tried to do anything crazy like throw a weird lead hand body shot like you see in boxing. Most of the time, people are headhunters, right? They want to knock you out. They want to knock out that big smiling nugget that's pissing them off, okay? So what we're going to do is focus on, we're going to play the percentages, okay? And we're going to have a little bit of protection for our lower body, but we're going to focus on the high percentage stuff. Now, in a previous video, in our defensive posture, we talked about blading our body and dropping our level slightly. And bringing our hands up into a defensive posture to de-escalate the situation. So we hope it doesn't escalate into a full-fledged fight, but it may, and we may not be able to help it. So what we want to do is to bring our hands up and then drop our body into a bladed position. The shield position is grabbing our head with our hands. So I'm going to grab the back of my head and make a shield. Okay? So notice that there's no space between my arms and my head. If I just do this and he hits my arm will hit my head. Yes, there will be a little bit of loss of force in the arm, taking some of the blow, but I'm still going to punch myself. And people do get knocked out with their own limbs. So I don't want to be away from it where the punch may be coming. I know it's coming at my head, so I'm just going to put my hands there and take it on my arms. So look at what's exposed to attack now. I grab my head. He's got my arms, which are meaty, okay? My elbows, which are nice and pointy and will break his hand, and my forehead, which is very nice and pointy, or not pointy, but bony. And so hopefully he hits a hard surface or a pointy hard surface and damages his hand so he can't go on anymore. So I want to grab and tuck my chin, because the last thing I want to do is get punched in the throat, okay? Or punched on the chin, because that's a knockout point. So I'm dropping my level and I'm grabbing my head. That's what I want to do. So when I see a punch coming, that is my reaction. So Robert is going to give me a couple of looping punches, and we're going to see how this works. Okay, so I'm up and I'm de-escalating. Okay, that doesn't convince him, so he decides he's going to swing at me, and I block the punch. He swings at me with the other hand. Okay, blocks the punch. He swings at me again with the other hand. I don't have to think about which side it's coming from because I've got both sides covered. If he throws a straight punch, let's say he's a little more savvy, and he throws a straight punch, it's going to hit either my forehead or my elbow. Okay? Both of those things are bad for him. Okay? They may hurt me a little bit, but they're going to hurt him a lot worse. So a straight punch here, straight punch with the other side here. I've got this area covered. I'm still looking at him because my eyes are still looking forward. I'm looking about chest level because I want to see big torso movements. Okay, you could fake somebody out with a hand, but a body fake is harder because most gross motor movements are going to start, they got to start from the trunk to generate any kind of power. So we're going to use this later to enter a strike, and get into a clinch or move away. Okay, so we've got the situation where we can take either side, straight or looping punch. Even an uppercut from here is going to get blocked with the elbow a little bit. Notice I'm also crunching up, so my abs are tight and my elbows are covering my solar plexus to some degree, so I do have some protection from that. Now, if we want to drill this, we want to think about taking a shot and then doing something. Okay, it's called get off the X. Okay, that tip to James Yeager here for checking out that website. Get off the X. The X is where the punches are landing. Okay? So I don't want to be in that spot. He's already ranged me out. If I've got like an artillery round that's landing around me, I'm going to move forward or backward. Okay? Because they know where I am. So as soon as I take the punch, I'm either going to crash him, and we'll deal with this in a later one, or after he hits me once, I'm going to move away. Okay? Or he hits me again, I'm going to circle off. But I can't stay right there because he knows where I am. So I need to do something to block it and then move. Okay? Do something to block it and then move. So the way we're going to drill this, and if Robert will put on those gloves for a second, you start out nice and easy with this, and then you'll gradually build up the intensity. Okay? I recommend any kind of striking with gloves on. Use a mouthpiece. I don't have a mouthpiece in, so I take the responsibility. If you hit me, I'm okay with it. So he's just going to swing nice and easy first. I've got my hands up. I'm blocking. He's throwing punches. He can throw some straight punches if he wants. Okay, good. So, yeah, I may get hit sometimes, but the idea is that if you get hit, you get hit with a glancing blow, which allows you to remaneuver and make a better attack on him. This is Brian Jones from Valhalla Academy. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to our channel. We're going to have more coming. And train hard, train smart, train often. We'll see you next time.